Hi, and welcome to today's daily reading, which is for June the 9th. And it's from Wrinkles Don't Hurt, Daily Meditations on the Joy of Aging Mindfully by Ruth Fishel. And illustrations are by Bonnie van de Kamp. And today's reading is tiny. Look at it. It's this tiny little one. Oh, not that page. Oh, the camera's back to front. No, this one here, June 9th. Look at how cute it is. One of Bonnie's little drawings. And it says, it takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. It feels so good to finally come to this time of my life where I can just be me, when I can just be me. So it's very short. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are, which is a quote from E.E. Cummings. And it feels so glad to finally come to this time in my life, of my life, when I can just be me. And it's got a little love heart in the speech bubble, a little love heart. So love heart thinking that, you love yourself. So, which some days I love myself, most days I like myself. So that's as close as I get to this one. But I do totally get this. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. I actually have that in a frame somewhere, that quote. And it's very important for me to remember that it does take courage to step out and be who you really are, who you authentically are, not who you've pretended to be perhaps for most of your life. I did, and I have talked about this before in videos, but you're probably, people who are watching them are probably not watching them every day. So, I hope I catch one person or two people that haven't heard what I've said before. So yes, about growing up, it's difficult. It's difficult to step out and be, is it what they call an adult? I try to say to my kids, there's no age where you step over this threshold and you change who you are. There's no feeling that now you are an adult. It happens gradually. And I don't know that it ever happens that you change. So adult is just a word, for people who are a certain age, but the feeling doesn't change who you are. I'm not explaining myself very well. So 18, maybe is a landmark and you think you're an adult when you're 18. But, you went to bed last night and you were 17 and, almost 18, and you got up this morning, you were 18. Your feelings haven't changed. You're still the same person. But maybe you start to think, I should be an adult. I should be different. I should be more responsible. I should be this. I should be that. And I should be the next thing. Or maybe it happens when you're 21. And, that's the age that people deem that you're an adult. So again, you were 20 yesterday, 21 today. You still feel the same. Well, how can that be? I'm supposed to be an adult. I'm just the same. So we have to be on guard, I think, to our young people, or with our young people, to remind them that you won't change. Like I'm 62 now. I'm the same person I was when I was 18, when I was 21. So maybe I haven't grown up. Maybe there is no such thing as growing up. They're just words, aren't they? So there's development, there's growth, there is experience, there is hopefully wisdom. There's all these things that we gain through our lives, but growing up is, we grow as children, physically we grow, then we stop growing. So is that when we're a grown up, when we stop physically growing? Are we a grown up when we grow spiritually and we've grown all we can? Well, that's nonsense, because I think we can, we'll still be spiritually growing when we take our last breath, in my opinion. Adults. Anyway, what I'm trying to say, and what Ruth has, put the quote in, it takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. And for me, that is the sum up of, is it the sum up of an adult? I don't know. Maybe it's the sum up of courage. Courage is being able to be authentic. It's speaking your truth, even when it's uncomfortable. It's dressing the way you want to, despite the fact that your best friend thinks you don't look good, but you look in the mirror and that's who you are. That's where the courage comes in, when you are true to yourself. You're not dressing for the masses. You're not standing there agreeing with the masses just because you don't want to disagree, because that would be uncomfortable. You know, you can do it quietly. You can do your disagreements quietly. You don't have to be at the front screaming at everybody and ramming it down their throat, but you can say, I disagree, actually. And maybe even leave it at that, you know, or let's agree to disagree. I don't want to fight. I don't really like conflict, but I'm just saying I don't agree with that. So you can do it quietly. Anyway, 5 minutes are up. I could talk about this subject forever, but I leave you with that. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. And it feels so good to finally come to this time in my life when I can just be me. And that's a great place to be. So bye now. And June 9th actually is my parents', or would have been my parents' anniversary. So happy anniversary, Mum, Dad. Bye now.